The Rob Roy Way is a 79-mile, 128-kilometre through hike through the southern Highlands of Scotland. Join us on this epic hiking and camping journey, exploring the epic landscape, taking in the views and the good old Scottish weather and wildlife. Welcome to day 0 of the Rob Roy Way. We started off at a bed and breakfast in Drimmen, and we made our way past the Scottish Mountain Rescue Centre to begin our first leg of the journey. And so it begins, the Rob Roy Way, just at our start point outside the edge of Drimmen. This is the Loch Lomond Scottish Mountain Rescue Centre. So, with the rainbow and cows, many mountains. On the side of that one there is Loch Lomond. The West Highland Way goes yonder. Blackberries, nom 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 nom. I do stand corrected. The mountain is behind Loch Lomond, because that's Loch Lomond down there. So far, it's turned out to be a pretty good morning. We were running a lottery on this one, because it was very much a case of all the forecasts leading up to this week were torrential rain and heavy winds, or high gusts. And the weather front is pushed north of us. For the next day or two anyway, we'll see how things pan out after that, because I think it's still going to be some pretty torrential winds. In fact, you can see the rain in the sun shafts over there. Yeah, we're a kilometre outside Drimmen. Stopped for our first break of the day, so this is we've just climbed the first bit of hill and warmed up. Time for some breakfast. We had breakfast in the B&B we started in, the Ashback. Very nice. Time to get some nibbles in us. In weather app we trust. It's a lovely band of rain passing through that valley. What's heading our way while we're getting spittle off the side of that rain cloud is coming from that direction. And look how lovely and clear it is. That way. Dryman below. Lovely little town. Your Park Reservoir.
Which does not surprise me.
Look at them views. And then the preceding ring. Very nice. Is this what we've been expecting?
Well, actually through the trees.
It's a whole load of chopped down forest and one single solitary tree. With a birdhouse, I think. Kinda feels like somebody went into Thousand Acre Wood, chopped down the woods around Owl's house and left his house there. Dogs. That's reassuring. Coming up to our lunch spot and our first turn off of the day. Lovely views. Rob Roy Way, turning left. I was not expecting this. The burns down the side of the road are super brown with sediment from the runoff from all the fields and stuff because it's been raining so much. Right, here we go. Rob Roy Way. Boosh. Somewhere along here there's water. I assume that's probably a tap. We'll find out. So it begins.
Blue sky as well.
Head to the blue sky. Nice layering on the trees though. To be fair, this is more in line with what the weather forecast was predicting. And as you can tell, we're in Scotland. with some blue sky. Still trudging along, come across our first domed vent. So, here you go. We're coming up to the Orcory Aqueduct, and these are for ventilation and access. Very interesting. Don't think I fancy accessing it myself. No thank you. Being bold, let's go explore. And now it's sunny. Success, the only mildly brown variety. Right, coming upon our camp spot now. The tree line's up ahead. You got Ben Lomond in the distance up there. Can't even see it. There you go, up there. And then tomorrow we'll see us go through these woods and down at the side there, which will take us to Aberfoyle. And then we carry on round to the next hills over there, the bottom of which should be Loch Benachar, where we look to camp tomorrow night. Nice day. Oh, they're just keeping us on track. So, I haven't done my research. I'm curious. I think that is going to be full of piping, channeling water. There's a stream down there. It goes down there. That's more of a river. It's really pretty countryside. Full of pylons. There you go. Been a few hikers today. There's a cat over there, ploughing on ahead. It's been a really nice walk so far. I'm really feeling the weight of this bag. I think the start weight is about 16 kilograms all in, possibly 17. But we've been doing okay. We've made way better time than we thought we had. We're coming up for our camp spot and it's 2:30. We're possibly going to push on ahead a little bit into the woods and see if there's somewhere further along that we can camp, because we've got a 20k day tomorrow, and if we can chop a couple of k off for that and add it onto today to find a good camp spot, doesn't seem like a bad plan. we are ahead. Hey, I better go catch up. Let's get moving. There's the rain shelter. Pitching tent. Over. The post dinner wash up station. Getting ready for breakfast. It's hot chocolate time. So here we are. Start point, Drummond. Bed and breakfast right about here. And we set off. And about here we passed the Scottish Mountain Rescue Centre. And we carried on slowly up this long hill, being overtaken by lots of West Highland way hikers that were not carrying bags because it was a shuttle bus. Stopped for a break at this corner here, got some nice views down at Loch Lomond over this way. Then we carried on up this hill here, got some nice views down over the mountains over here, and the weather kind of cleared up a little bit. Carried on along. These little crosses are sort of like pre-planned breakpoints to keep our pace steady. Carried along here, there's this big mast tower here, along next to this little Lochen, this reservoir. And we carried on, down past here, about where the road flooding sign was, down at this car park here, turned in here, had a little break here. We found our weird water signs, which never actually seemed to point to water. Found a few of them, but there's no water nearby. Moving along, this is where we got to... Is that where the first... Either there or here was where we found that first domed vent, which is really interesting to go examine. I love the architecture. And we carried on along, and the Corrie Aqueduct over here. And we've marked in the camp spot here, but we managed to go a little bit farther, I think, to this river crossing here. Wow, this pen's out of focus. I'm so good at this. There you go. And that's where we spent our first night camping. So day 0 was our ease-in day, as I said. We did just over 10k, which was a nice warm-up, and we made sure to take lots of breaks. Our plan is to do approximately 16 kilometers per day on average. Some days are 20k plus. But it feels like a good pace for our first long distance hike, where we're having pretty good interspersed breaks to drop our bags, get the weight off, get a breather, and keep our stamina up. On day 0 here, I think we did quite a good job of that.